something or have me, reiterate anything, please don't hesitate to shout it out. It's perfectly fine with me. It's hard to get me off course. So you should see our homepage right now. I'll tell you before I screen transition, just because obviously we're all on different Wi-Fi bandwidths, right? But Nutshell is phone ninjas will improve all customer-facing communication, not just on the phones, chat, social, email, in person, you name it, we do it, right? Our focus is, of course, the phones. That's the first point of engagement. Most people realize with a dealership or online, right? But again, because it's phone and it's mobile and they carry it in their pocket, it's still tremendously relevant, more so in the most recent years. I actually used phone ninjas in my own Chevy store with the general manager. We were doing pretty good. I didn't realize how horrible we were on the phones. And my business partner now was just starting the company. And he did some mystery shops for us, sent them to me for free. I listened to them. I said, oh my goodness. I had no idea, right? And that's the first time I had experience with phone ninjas, and that was almost 18 years ago now. So anyway, over the years, I've been an integration partner with phone ninjas in my CRM. I was an integration partner and a technology partner with phone ninjas in the telephony side, and now I'm a part owner and a COO of phone ninjas for the last just under 7 years. So what we do and how we do it. Really quick nutshell version of that. It all starts with a track call. We listen to the calls, start to finish, ring the hang up, right? And then we send you your call with coaching inserted in it. So I'll give you an example. I'm moving something over to the screen. When we score your call, we listen to it, we score it, we coach it, we summarize it, and we send it to you. So let's say you just had a call. You'll get this email, right, the next day. Click here to listen to it. You can read it, and you'll see where you fill out a certification if you did, right? But the nutshell is this. Let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say you answer the call, sales, Chris. We'd put you on hold, and we'd say, not you, we put the recording on hold. You actually already handled the call. And we'd say, hey, Chris, great job identifying yourself, but don't forget the 4 components of a proper greeting. Introduce yourself, say the store name, introduce yourself first name only, have good voice and tonality, offer assistance. So what that call should have sounded like, what that greeting should have sounded like is, thank you for calling ABC Motors. This is Chris. How may I assist you today? Right? And then you go ahead and keep listening to the rest of your call. And then if there's another fumble, we would hit pause and we would explain what to do differently. Now, this is an important thing, what I'm about to say next. It's not conjecture, it's not opinion. We have trained, specialized coaches that do this for us based on our score sheets. Our score sheets are yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So again, you'll never have one of our people say, well, what I would do, or I think what you should have, because let's face it, if they're not selling cars like you are, how would they know? They wouldn't. We take, and these are even my experiences or my business partner's experiences. How I did it 20 years ago is meaningless to you today. What we do is we take successful outcomes, thousands and thousands and thousands of calls every week, and we identify what the successful outcomes are and what the non-successful outcomes are. And in that 3.5 minute, which is the average duration of an inbound phone call, in that 3.5 minute inbound phone call, we can extract a ton of data. And then you look at it and you say, all right, well, what happened correct on these that resulted in an appointment that showed, and what resulted here where they didn't even get an appointment? And we identify them, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that data and we're going to package it, give it back to you so it's always fresh, always cutting edge, always new, and say, here's what warrants the best outcomes. And then you sprinkle a little psychology in there. So for example, on our greeting, let's assume your receptionist is also being trained. Receptionist says, thank you for calling ABC Motors. How may I direct your call? And then the greeting I gave you before, thank you for calling ABC Motors. This is Chris. How may I assist you today? Well, we just said your dealership name twice, and we're going to say the third time we give directions to the store. Why do we do that? Again, if you say the store name 3 times in as many minutes, we know the average duration is 3.5 minutes. Psychologically, that name sticks with that person better than if it only was said once or twice, right? So we purposely make sure that we train and we coach to say the store name, not obnoxiously, but to say it over the course of normal conversation 3 times in that inbound call, because we want them to remember you. You're going to fire us if we don't get you more appointments that show and buy. And we know that that's what works based on not only psychology, but thousands of successful outcomes where that happens. We compare it to 2 times to 4 times. 3 times is the right number, and that's what we train to. And that's what we remind you of, right? So I'm going to screen transition right now over to what your dashboard would look like. And I cannot stress this enough. You probably won't be logging in all that often. We deliver everything to you, white glove, silver platter. You click on it, it's in your inbox, really nice, really neat. And we're eventually, probably not this month, maybe in August, we're eventually going to offer it via text and email. Some people prefer it on mobile, some people rather do it at a desktop, whatever you want, right? But this is what it'll look like. And here's a live account. Here's somebody's calls. She's actually a really, I'm showing this on purpose, right? It's a demo, smooth roads, right-hand turn. She's a killer on the phone. It tells you what belt you are, right? Obviously, the different color belts are based on your scoring. It tells you your current rank, and it tells you what percentage of your calls are completed, right? Now, from there, you'll see your customers. You'll see the components of a call. Now, these are based on inbound. We also do outbound service parts, you name it, right? If you want to drill into a call, click it. It takes you right to the call. Here's the audio with the coaching. Here's a summary of it. And here's your score sheet. Again, could not be more straightforward, super transparent. You don't even have to look at this, by the way, unless you say, hey, wait a minute, I got dinged on this, and I think I did say that. We're human, right? People make mistakes. So here's the greeting. What I've said to you before, right? Did you thank him for calling? Did you use the dealership name? Did you introduce yourself with your first name? Did you offer assistance? Again, no conjecture, no opinion, yes or no. Did this or did this not happen? These are the things that our coaches fill out over a call. And then it scores a call, and it generates that email that I just showed you. Now, from there, right, when your phone names are certified, certification process is extremely easy. You watch a few videos, you take a few quizzes, you're certified. Then, after that, you have access, of course, to the videos, you have access to our scripts library. And the thing I cannot stress enough is, I just talked about a greeting. It makes you think that, oh my gosh, it's going to be 45 minutes. No, here's the greeting. That's it, one sentence. It's a wonderful day at ABC Motors. This is Chris. How may I help you? You don't have to say it's a wonderful day. You just want to be positive and up, right? I don't say it's a wonderful day. My point is, we give you things to say as ideas, but those ideas are specific to generate a response from your consumer that is going to be favorable. So there's going to be certain times where we say, hey, you have to have open-ended questions in this type of environment. Or, again, going for the appointment, we're going to say, hey, you're going to want to ask close-ended questions. Like, for example, does 1:30 or does 2:15 work better for you? Give them a choice of two, they'll pick. So sometimes it's going to be open-ended, sometimes it's going to be closed-ended, but it's all designed to take your consumer down the funnel, go to the sale, set the appointment, have them show up for the appointment, and of course, hopefully buy. And again, this not only works on the phones, it also works email, person, chat, text, social, you name it, right? Any questions on that before I move on?
Nope. Font's a little small.
Great.
I don't know if we can blow that up at all.
I'm sorry, blow it up a little bit? Sure.
Yeah, the font is super small. Can't really read it. I mean, yeah, we don't have to see all of it. Yeah, that's better. Thank you. Better, guys?
Okay, sorry about that. Sure. No, thanks for letting me know. So this is what it looks like from an agent, right, logging in. You have access to your calls, you see all the information, you see your scores. Then again, of course, you can look at your reports. Now, one of the things that we do for agents, and I'll blow this up as well, not only do we hold pretty regular contests, right? But we also have one that is every quarter, and that is the perfect score contest. So every quarter, every single person on our platform that gets a 5, which is a perfect score, is entered into a drawing, all expense paid to Hawaii. Flight, airfare for, agent +1, take whoever you want, and we give you $1,000 spending money. Now, if you live in Hawaii, or if your dealership in Hawaii, you're like, I don't want to go to Hawaii, I want to go to Mexico. We'll send you wherever, but it has to be within the same dollars, so a roundabout. But we hold a quarterly drawing to reward everybody that gets perfect scores, and it's not just one time. If you get 10 perfect scores, you have 10 drawings. And talk about fast start. The more you get, the more entries you get, they stay in for every drawing, right? So first quarter, let's say there's 100 people. Second quarter, might be 200 people. But those first 100 are still in there. Third quarter, fourth quarter, on, right? So it's really exciting. It's fun, and we've given away probably 250 trips. It's great. Next thing, how to succeed, right? How to succeed. I will tell you, I'm going to show you. So no pretend calls, no opinions, no guessing. We give you the knowledge, which is knowing what to say. We train the skill, knowing when to say it. And I don't have to tell you guys, you're in sales, right? Consistency is key. It builds confidence, and if you're confident, then your consumers, your customers, your prospects are going to be confident in what you're telling them, right? Certification process: 7 videos, 7 quizzes. Inbound, 10 videos, 10 quizzes. Outbound, 10 objection handling videos with 10 quizzes. And then, of course, the corresponding situational scripts with the supporting videos. Always have access to them, and each video is under 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Now, 3 steps to success. Our system is like a gym membership, right? If you have the gym membership on your keychain, you're not losing weight. You have to actually fill up to the gym, and then you're getting healthy, right? You're losing weight, you're getting in shape. Now, having said that, what we do is we ask for 3 very simple things. And believe it or not, they're highly effective. The first one, please, please, please maintain your certifications if you're going to take calls. Now, I don't know what the manufacturers are doing these days. I'm sorry?
That was my
That's
fault.
okay. That's okay.
I'm doing basic, dude.
Don't do anything.
Was there a question?
No, they accidentally X'd out with their back end, so you can get back
Oh.
to it. Kelly.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Require your agents, obviously, make sure that you maintain your certifications to take the phone calls, right? Very simple. It's no different than manufacturers. If you get spins, if you get punch cards, if you get incentivized for being certified, a good CSI, et cetera, you can't punch a car if you're not certified. You know the drill, right? Phones are no different.
Sorry
Second
about
thing-
that. We missed about the last 3 minutes. I'm sorry. You were talking, but we couldn't hear. Now we can.
Oh, okay. So 3 steps to success. The first one right here, please maintain your certifications. Don't take calls if you're not certified. It's no different than what the manufacturers require, right? To punch cars in your name, for CSI, for spins, for bonuses, for you name it, right? You gotta be certified to manufacturer, gotta be certified to handle the phone calls. Same thing. The second thing, please review your sessions within 48 hours of receiving them. You're gonna average 1 per week. Now, somebody from Michael Jordan of phones, they're going to maybe get 2 per week. Somebody who's not taking that many phone ups because they're just working from, a book of business and been there for 20 years, all right, maybe they get 1 every other week. But my point is this: on average, you'll get 1 call to review a week. Inbound call, average 3.5 minutes. Add critical coaching. It takes us to about 7 minutes. Review them within 48 hours. Why? Number 1, the call is fresh in your mind. Number 2, the coaching is then more relevant. And number 3, There are outside factors that might make you have a bad call that have nothing to do with your skill on the phones. I'll give you an example. I leave the house in the morning, get in an argument with my wife about something. I'm having a bad day. I'm not good on the phone. Does that mean I'm not good on the phones? No, it means I had a bad day and I probably shouldn't have taken that call, right? Spilled coffee on myself on the way to work. That sucks, but it happens. So if you listen to those calls within 48 hours, all that quote unquote stuff is fresh in your mind. And if it's not something that has to do with, of course, skill, it has something to do with, okay, I knew better, or this happened, or happenstance, you know what? Not your fault, but you'll remember it. So that way, you know, because it's demotivating or it's motivating. We always want it to be motivating. And then the third thing, all your one-on-ones, schedule in advance. You schedule it yourself on a calendar based on your availability and show up for them. A one-on-one is once a month. It's a dedicated segment that you have with one of our coaches who will walk you through everything on your dashboard, listen to your calls with you, role play. So down here is the average. This person is all fives. So if we were looking at somebody who wasn't all fives, see if I can find somebody that's not. Well, I'm already on her login. But if you're looking at somebody who's not all fives, who has different scores, let's say one of these is a 4, one of these is a 2. At the average, we're going to say, okay, well, what are we going to work on this month? Well, let's work on what is the lowest score. So this dashboard is really to help to navigate where the training needs to be and in what specific area. So for example, I beat the greeting to death because that's my favorite thing. Let's say your greeting is a 3. We're going to listen to the greeting. We're going to listen to them together. We're going to role play the greeting. We're going to talk through the greeting. Let's find out where there's an issue in the greeting, right? Or let's say objection or closure or directions in the store. We'll listen to them. We'll talk through them. But again, that's a 20-minute session once a month. So really, all we ask for, these 3 things, super simple, super easy, 15 minutes, let's say, once a week, plus 20 minutes once a month, bite-sized pieces, highly impactful and easy to apply, and you'll find that your appointment set and show rates will start improving and start increasing on all customer-facing communications if you deploy these methods. Any questions at all?
Any questions, guys? We have 7.
I'm sorry?
We have 7 people in here with the training, and we're keeping track. We'll get everybody else on the next one for you guys, but we're definitely interested in bringing you guys on and training our team on phone. So thank you for jumping
it.
on and taking the time. We appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure. Any questions that come up after the fact, as you guys all know, I'm sure you say to your customers, you're not going to remember everything. You're not going to think of everything right now, but if you remember something later, feel free to reach out to Hannah. Feel free to reach out to me. We're here to help. Love to run your business. And with that, I'll bid you all farewell and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be in touch. I'll get a hold of Hannah. Hannah, give me a ring maybe in about an hour or so, and we'll talk over some stuff.
Great, all right, thanks.
Thanks. Bye.